Welcome to another session with additional assets, and like it's our culture here, we're investing for AfriProsperity, and we do not invest without actually knowing why we're investing. That's why we prioritize wealth intelligence. So if you're joining us for the first time, you can always go back to our videos. Our page is like a mini MBA, right? So just go back to our videos and you will learn a lot. Now to the main business of the day. We're talking about how to grow your personal economy. Very interesting topic, but then it's very it's very basic. But if you do not, understand how it actually works, we say economy. When we say economy, we talk about the economy of the state, the economy of a country, the economy of a region, the economy of a particular. But then if you look inwardly, you see that economy is big. You can treat it even personally. It is like, your personal economy, what you are actually doing, what you are exchanging for value, what you are doing, your production, whether it's services, whether it's goods, whether you're exchanging something for the supply of money. Now, you're dishing out something to get back something. If you are dishing out more than you are getting back, we can say that economy is quite stunted. So you are giving out something worth of 1 million naira, but what you are getting is not even up to 400,000 naira. Is that a good economy? Nah, I'm not sure. So talking about personal economy, is very important that there are ingredients in which if you are not well grounded in these principles, your economy is going to remain stunted, like just there. Now, bringing it to your personal economy, what are you doing to get money? Right? The concept of making money, that's where we're going to start from. Because when you talk about money, you talk about making money, you talk about managing money, you talk about multiplying money. But let's not complicate things. Let's talk about making money, the concept of making money. The very funny thing that people do is that some people do not respect what actually brings money to your table. Oh, you feel because you're working in a bank, so that petty business owner is just wasting her time. So now, because somebody casts their insecurities on you as a business owner, you now feel less of yourself and you do not put in the required efforts that you need to actually make and grow your money. Respect what brings money to your table. Because if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. People run away from businesses. This is if we say, okay, you have a lot of business owners right here. Well, people actually run away from business. People run away from buying and selling. Oh, let's say I buy this product for 20 naira and selling for 15 naira. It's a lot for some people to comprehend. So if you are now doing it to a stage where, you're 1 month into it, you're 2 months into it, you are a year into it, and you are steadily making profits, come on, you deserve some respect. So now, people will not give you that respect if you yourself do not respect what you are doing. And that's where it starts from. If you do not respect what you are doing, it's going to be very difficult for you to actually grow what you are doing to a stage where people can say, no, I'd rather go to this person rather than this other person. It comes from you yourself. So now let's talk about you actually respecting and believing in what you are doing. As an employee, there's no need to think about wasting your life. An employer's job is to give you a job. It is your own job to actually make money and be rich. An employer is not employing you to make you rich. There's that thought. They're saying, oh, you're going to make money from this job. You're going to... No, it doesn't work that way. If you do not... He is giving you that job, quite all right. But if you do not take the right steps and decisions to be rich from that job, you would remain there. So there's no need, there's no need belittling yourself and saying, oh, business owners or people that have businesses and all. In fact, I feel like the word business can even be like a mirage. Like you guys overestimate this thing. You're running a business, CEO. You are not a CEO, you are self-employed. We're going to get there. Right? But then we're trying to establish the fact that you actually need to respect what brings money to your table. Even if it means washing something. The fact that you can wash the floor to the extent that somebody is willing to pay you money for washing that floor. Nah, It's a lot. The first step to growing your personal economy is to make money. And we have established the fact that you need to respect what brings money to your table. It's when you respect it, you honor it, you groom it, that is when the world can respect, honor, and grow it with you. Now, talking about making money, there are, like, according to Robert Kiyosaki, there are 4 cardinal points where you can generate income, making money from. The first one is, if you are an employee, you have an employer, right? And I have established the fact that your employer's job is to make you rich, is to give you the job. It is your own job to make yourself rich. Now, even as an employee, there's nothing like, oh, there's not enough money for me to save, invest, and get rich and do all of those things. As an employee, you need to understand the principles of wealth. Anybody from these 4 cardinal points can actually generate wealth. Some just have higher chances than the other. And there's no rule that even says you cannot be 4. Like, you can be an employee, you can be self-employed, you can own a business, and at the same time, you can invest. Let's break it down. As an employee, right, you have a company that you are on the company's payroll. You are delivering a service. If you start as an employee, you grow yourself, you invest first in yourself. You don't just get an 100,000 naira job and you're looking for what to buy. You're looking for stocks to buy with it to make money. That investment journey is going to crash. So as an employee, you groom yourself, invest in yourself to the stage where people can pay you more to deliver such service with more convenience. The second quadrant, being self-employed, you have a vocation. There's something that you can do that people are consulting you for. Most of these business owners are actually self-employed because when it comes to business, it's not about buying and selling alone. See, business is like a coalition of structures. Like, there are structures in place for you to actually call it a business. If you're saying a business, okay, where does the sales come from? Who is in charge? What structure is in place to ensure that the sales moves through the right channels for your customer to actually get those products? Does everything boil on you? If it boils on you, you are working to get paid. There's no structure. It's you. Like, you are the structure, and it doesn't work that way. So being a business owner is far beyond a one-man thing. You can only be a CEO when you have different officers. Not when you are the accountant, you are the manager, you are the sales rep, you are the customer rep, you are even the production staff. No, it doesn't work that way. You are self-employed. That is what I mean by having a vocation, something that you know how to do, that you deliver and you get paid. When you talk about a business, for instance now, let's even talk about the whole quadrant, right? Oh, I am on the payroll of certain companies, right? Self-employed, I have an accounting structure whereby I offer outsourced accounting to businesses. I cannot be everywhere at every time. I have team members that can actually attend to my clients whether I am there or not. CEO, can your business work without you? That's how it works. Now, whether I am there or not, I just give details, right? At times, I can bring the prospect. My teammates can bring the prospect. I give instructions. There is a standard. Not like, oh, ma, this person has called. We don't know how to treat our issue. Go to the company manual. Do you even have a company manual? And you say you are a CEO. You cannot be a CEO. They said Chief Executive Officer. Means you are managing other officers. And you are the only one and you are calling yourself CEO. This is not to shade. It's just to bring yourself into the light that there is more, right? You might just be the only one at the moment, but it doesn't mean you would remain being the only one. And that is just how growth and growing, bringing it in the context of personal economy, that is how it works. There has to be a system. It boils down to value, really, service delivery, value. If you're valuable enough, companies will not want to let you go. Companies will be willing to give you, okay, let me not say, maybe companies is sounding too big, but clients, people that actually need these things that you are offering will not want to let you go. Even if it's as their staff or it's as a consultant, they are willing to, give you money for what you are willing to offer them. Are you with me? Now, we're talking about being these 4 quadrants, right? So there's no law that says that you have to be in one quadrant. Because I see when people read this book called Cash Flow Quadrant, they're like, oh, I want to migrate to the investor. I want to migrate to the business owner. It doesn't work that way. You can even be an employee, consult for other companies, have a business, and you invest seamlessly. Having established that fact, it's looking like, oh, I'm saying do this, do that. But then how, like, what's the connecting points? Wherever cardinal you find yourself, if you are an employee, you are self-employed, you're a business owner, you are an investor safe. You cannot even get to that stage of being an investor if you have not successfully passed through those 3 stages. And here is what I mean. Let me just point out 2 of the principles. The first one is frugality, and the second one is not being complacent. If you have to be very, very, at times you say, okay, you need to manage your money, in some cases, managing the money is not the problem, right? You just have an income problem, it's not a management problem. But that's not the point here. Frugality is very important, whatever place you find yourself. Some of you don't even have a budget. And I understand that when we talk about budgeting, it seems like a very vague situation. Like, how do you budget? Sometimes you even budget and you're forgetting about the budget. But that's what I'm saying, that when you really have something in mind, you need to plan. Like, it's an intentional channel towards growth. You are intentional about yourself, intentional about what you actually do. You are willing to follow the process, no matter how tight and stringent it might be. Being frugal, when you have money, you make money. What do you actually do with that money? Do you spend everything on your needs? If you are spending 100% of the money you make on your immediate needs, you need to invest in yourself to grow your income. You have no business trying to be an investor where you are barely even sorting your needs. Now, it is very important to even know what your needs are. Because some of us, we feel like, okay, I need this thing, but do you actually need it? You need a car. Do you actually need that car? Like, have you put into consideration what it takes to maintain that car? Most business owners, they have this craving of having a physical store. Now, as beautiful and important as that is, are you at that level? Do you actually need? Is that what your business needs as at that point? What is your audience like? What is your reach like? What is your structure like? Here's the mistake some of you make. So you want to make 1 million naira in a month, right? And you currently make like 300,000. That 300,000, you still have customers that are complaining about deliveries, but you want to make 1 million with that same structure. How does it work? If you want to make 1 million naira in a month, it means you are making more, you are going to be getting more orders. Now, have you factored what it will take to satisfy those orders? Have you factored the logistics? Have you factored what it would cost you to actually, do you even know what channels it is like? And most business owners have this issue with WhatsApp. Like, oh, if they have a lot of contacts, the WhatsApp will crash. Any small thing, please, we send all messages. And you want 1 million naira orders. How does it work? Why not set a website? You don't need to be taking orders manually on WhatsApp. How many of them can you even attend to? There are free tools that you can use on the internet. Download one of them, create a website, upload your products on it, post them on your socials, and the sales go through that place. They don't have to come to your WhatsApp. Then you now say your WhatsApp crashed. You now start saying, please send all messages. If it's me, I would have lost interest. And that's how most of you lose customers. Because that structure that you are currently working with cannot even accommodate growth. See, that's the thing. Okay, you want to be making 10 million naira in passive income. Can what you know about money, about how money works, can it accommodate that amount? So that's why it's very important to constantly follow financial literacy. It is not overrated. So that somebody is saying you should budget does not mean if you don't budget, whose business is it at the end of the day? If you don't budget, it's not my money that is going to affect. You would finish your money in time and you cannot even account for it. So I'm talking about the principles. You have to be frugal. Okay, if you want to manage these things, you want to, and let me correct this notion. Being frugal does not mean you should be stingy to yourself. No. The fact that we are saying, okay, you need to cut your expenses, you need to budget, you need to place yourself on this and that, does not actually mean that you should now be stingy to yourself and not invest in your growth. There are some things that are important and there are some things that can wait. I'm not saying they are not important, but they can wait, right? Okay, you want to have a physical store, right? It can wait. Invest in a website. That way, you can track how many customers you are getting in a month. You just have an idea that, okay, I make around this amount in a month, but you don't even know how many people bring that money into your account. Okay, let's say you make 1 million naira in a month. Is it 20 customers that make that 1 million? If yes, you now know what to do. You now know how to double your efforts. For instance, I was going to take a client, and I noticed that it takes me like 2 to 3 days to attend to just one client. And I'm like, I don't think I'm ready for another client. Because if it takes me 2 to 3 days to attend to one client, I will need another 2 to 3 days to attend to another, and then I still have other jobs to attend to. So what did I do was, okay, I invested in team members. I delegated. If I want this level of growth, I must be willing to pay the price. And that's how that one works. So on the principle of not being complacent, see, me personally, one of the things that drive me is that I don't want somebody to come and say, this girl did a bad job for me. I don't want to hear it. Nah, it will never come out. This girl did a bad job. This girl did this. So because I know that my brand name, my reputation is very important, right? If I do something that is just shabby and complacent for a client, word will go out. If word goes out, reputation is tarnished. And if that happens, I will not get customers. And I want customers because I want money. When we're talking about the concept of being frugal, it doesn't mean that, you don't like money. Most of the most frugal people are so rich. I don't want to use rich. They are very wealthy. Very, very wealthy. Yes. So I'll be wrapping up with this, right? When you're trying to grow yourself, your personal economy, it is important to focus on what matters. Many of us, we're focusing on what does not actually matter. You want to buy land in Ekpe. That's not the main focus. Your focus should be, I want to be unbelievably liquid, like financially unbreakable. That is the focus. Now, buying a land in Ekpe is a channel. And that's how it's meant to be. When you get your gaze on something, it will be difficult for distractions to get in the way because your face is on something. You want to make money, you want to do this. Okay, I just want to have 5 million in my account and just be there. Is that your focus? I just want to build a house, me and my family, let me just be earning like 3-6 figures in a month. I'm okay with that. Is that your focus? So, but you just need to get your focus right. Like, focus on it. Don't just focus on, I need something that can make me something in the next 12 months. I need something that I can invest in that can give me something tomorrow. I need this, I need that. Get your focus right. It is very important to make sure that once you have your focus right, clear, it is very easy for you to make decisions. For instance, somebody that has a focus of, having 100 million in assets in the next 5 years, the decisions the person will make would be narrowed towards that goal. Not any investment scheme would matter to that person. If I say, okay, I want to have landed properties, MMM cannot entice me because that's not my focus. That's not my goal. Because when you have your face, you have your gaze on that goal, it is very easy for you to sit back and think from a place of convenience. Why most of us fall into financial hazards and troubles is because we are not properly evaluating such decision. Like it is, when you make a decision from a place of convenience, that decision would perform better than when you are just okay trying to just do it hurriedly, let it pass, let's do this. Investment is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Like you have to step by step, and that is why you have an end goal. So you are willing to take the step to get to that end goal. Not that you just want to do anything that can make you money. No, it doesn't work that way. So it's very important that while you are in your investment journey, while you are in your journey towards, growing your personal finance, growing your business, growing whatever you find yourself doing, it's very important that your goal is set, your goal is right, and you go back to your goal over and over again. Out of sight is out of mind. What you don't put in your mind, you would most likely forget it. I remember some years ago, I wanted to work with a particular company. And then I would just once in a while go and check what the company is doing. When that opportunity came, I missed it because I was not in constant reminder of what I wanted to do. So it is very important that when you have something, when you have your gaze on something, you are revisiting it at intervals. You have channels at which, every day I wake up, I'm like, okay, I'm waking up today. This is what I want to do, and this is why I'm doing it. So it is very important for me to focus on it. And also when setting a goal and putting your gaze on something, it is very important to actually put timelines. There was a day the first day I tried putting time to my to-do list. I cleared everything. I was so surprised. On a normal day, I have to-do lists. And let's say if I have 10 tasks on my to-do list, I maybe do like 5 or 6. But that day, I had more than 10 tasks. I put time. So immediately I woke up. I woke up by 5. From 5 to 6, I wanted to do this. From 6 to 7, I wanted to do this. From 7 to 8, I wanted to do this. So for the times that even if I use more than the time or less than the time, I have a confine. I am regularly revisiting it, and I am following the steps to make sure that what I am doing has an end goal in mind. Speaking about the last quadrant of the cash flow quadrant, investors, it is very important to know the level that you are when it comes to investing. And like I said earlier, knowing your focus, like what is it that you actually want, and fixing your gaze on it. So if your gaze is to, invest for passive income, where are you currently? If you are at the level where you need to invest in yourself, you are at the level where you need to invest in your business, you are at the level where you can invest for passive income, you need to identify that. And saying there are 3 levels does not actually mean that you stop one and continue one. Investment is a lifelong process. Like, you keep doing it. It's like a way of life. When you see investment as a way of life, it is very important for you to make accurate and good investment decisions. You see investment as a way of life, like, if I buy this book today, I am actually investing in my intellectual property. If I buy these clothes today, I am investing in how I look so that I can attract those that can pay me what I'm worth. If I'm investing in a let's say like a car or something, it's okay. I want these people to have a certain impression of me, because that is when they can trust me with what they want, with their money and all of that. Know where you are when it comes to investing. If you have not invested in yourself, the reason why there are steps is because if you've not invested in yourself to a certain level, you cannot grow your income to be able to invest in your business and even start investing to get passive income. If I don't know what I'm doing, if I have not invested in myself to this stage, I would not have a business to run. And if I do not have a business to run, my income will be limited and I cannot invest for passive income. Do you get? Like, that's actually how it works. You need to invest in yourself. Know what it is that you need to get to the next level. Do it, move on, keep growing to the next. Okay, you're investing in your business. Invest in your business, you have structures in place. Customers do not have to be calling you 100 times before they can get one product delivered to them. If you get that right, people can invest in your business. People will buy from you, invest in you. You can sit back and your business brings money to you passively. You can use part of that money, get an asset that brings passive income to you. So here's the long and short of this. Personal economy, you need to understand that it's a lifelong process, and it all boils down to investment in yourself, in what you do, the works of your hands. That is when you can now sit down and be doing investor vibes for the investment to actually like bring you passive income. So you don't just jump from the state of being an employee to being an investor without knowing some certain principles with managing your money, growing your money, and being, satisfied with your level of investments. That will be all for our session on additional assets today. My name is Blessing Atonda, and I'm the Senior Investment Associate at Adesina. You can always scroll down, follow us on our socials. Our social media pages are like a mini MBA themselves. Go to our social media pages and watch the videos. You can then learn on how to grow your income, how to actually run business, and how to invest in yourself and invest in passive income opportunities. So stay tuned and we'll see you next time. Thank you.